Hello. So I'm here to talk about my trip. I had some videos recorded, but not much because I spent a lot of time with family. So I'm just gonna give a little quick recap now that I'm back home in Virginia. Let's see. So an overview of the trip. Going into the trip, I didn't really know which countries I was going to at what time, so let me just give you a little timeline of what happened. So I arrived in Germany. It was in the afternoon. Took a nap because, of course, I was jet lagged, and just waking up from my nap, I realized the next morning we were going straight to Paris. It was planned and it was done. So early next morning, my entire family went to Paris. This time, going to Paris the second time around, we didn't take take a train or anything. What happened was we took two cars. So my cousin Loxie drove, and then his friend Hua also drove. So they rented a car, and we drove 5 hours to Paris, but then we stopped in the middle of Belgium for, just a quick stop because I've never been to Belgium before, and, we didn't stay long. We stayed there for an hour max, but it was still nice to walk around and be in Belgium and in the city and stuff. So after that we went to Paris, and then when we arrived, it was in the evening, and so we just looked at the Eiffel Tower. And funny enough, the day before was Bastille Day, so we were in Paris underneath the Eiffel Tower the day after Bastille Day, and it was awesome because 2 years ago when I went, the Eiffel Tower had lights, but this time the Eiffel Tower had multiple lights. It was crazy because it was the Bastille colors. It was just flashing at every single hour, and it was gorgeous. And I've always known it was gorgeous, but it was a very special day to be there with family, and I'm glad to have been there and captured a video and stuff. So for the next 4 days we went around Paris, and as always it's very busy in Paris, and it's crazy driving in Paris. There's always a bunch of people already. It's like a city, but literally no one follows the rules. Being in the car with Juan Loxie driving, it was insane because we ran every single red light. We I don't know, we were always cutting people off, but then it was completely normal. People I don't know, it was just crazy. And I feel the way that Paris people drive, there must have been many accidents daily. But yeah, we went to the Gallery of Lafayette, which I didn't go last time. I went to the Palace of Versailles on the last day that I was in Paris, and it was really nice too. I'm really glad I went. It's pretty as always. I wish I had more time there though, because it was the last day, so we couldn't spend too long. But what I really wanted to do was go to the Marie Antoinette estate, and she's really wealthy, and it's just it would have been cool to have gone to where she was at. Let's see. So I came back from Paris, and we stayed literally we slept in Germany for one night, and then the very next morning we flew to Norway. Literally 6 a.m. was the flight. So we flew all the way to Norway, and we were exhausted, of course, because we only had a max of 2 hours of sleep. So I definitely just crashed there. But it was not exactly what I expected. I arrived there, I didn't know what to expect, and it was amazing. Everything was engulfed in nature, and the house that we stayed at, the family was quite wealthy. They owned multiple houses, and we took the attic room. They had a bunch of kids, but they all moved out, so we had this room, and it was the most comfortable bed I've been at, and the view was amazing. We saw the mountains and the lakes, and it was gorgeous. The only downside of staying in Norway was that the people, my dad's friends, the people we stayed at with, who owned the house, they were very snobby, extremely snobby. Everything that they said, I would feel it was very condescending. But a highlight of the Norway trip was probably climbing Pulpit Rock. I don't go hiking a lot, and my entire family, of course, doesn't go hiking a lot. But it was our first time hiking, and it was amazing. It took forever to climb to the top, and this is like, I'm with like 7-year-old people, like walking up this huge mountain. It was like, but it was worth it in the end, and I'm proud of every single person in my family who made it up that high, that far. And then came back to Germany after 3 days of staying in Norway, and yeah, it was great. I spent a lot of time with family. Last time when I was there, I didn't really get to know them individually, but this time I knew like all of my cousins, all their names, and what their personality was like. So I'm really glad that I stayed the extra 2 weeks in Germany to get to know everyone. Going around sightseeing in Germany, we didn't really do much. We just visited the town of Dusseldorf a lot. So we went in and we really got to know the area. So there was a lot of shopping areas, and yeah, it was really cool. My sisters got to go up the Rhine Tower. I didn't, but you know, just being there, like in the community is really nice. We went to like Old Town. There's a lot of shopping that we did, and it's really, really cool, the culture there, because like there's this one area, it's like a bar area, but literally the day that I went, I literally saw like at least 50 like brides to be, grooms to be, like having their bachelorette parties. And it was crazy insane because like, I mean, I know what a bachelorette party is like, but these parties were like, they were so adorable and creative. Like every single one of them had baskets, and they were giving out alcohol, and like one of them was giving out like thongs, like stuff like that. And then they all were dressed up in something really cute. I mean, you hear like, oh, you know, dressed up in like a sash and like a tutu, but this is more. This is like full out costume. Like these are guys wearing diapers. These were girls dressed up in like Snow White and like her 7 dwarves, and then police, cops, pirates. I'm trying to remember like some of the really creative ones, but I forget them. I don't know. They had like little toy like fire truck cars like riding on them down the street. The guys would like serenade everyone. It was really, really cool, and I don't know, I just wish that when it's time for me to have my bachelorette party, it would be just as fun and creative. And yeah, so after that, it was really sad leaving. I went on a different flight, of course, than from the rest of my family, but I got home on Sunday in New York, and I actually saw Jessica Alba there, which is really, really cool, but I couldn't take a picture with her, but it was still really cool to see her and be so up close to her. We spent the night in New York, and then Monday came back. So that was my trip recap in about a little over 8 minutes. Sorry for talking.